evening and welcome to Virginia's Views and Vibes. I'm your host, Ginny Gardner, and tonight we have an exciting show. You will be busy from September to December. Our guest tonight is co-chair of the Italian American Heritage Society of Newton. He has two amazing other co-chairs, but great informer and great member of the Post 440, and of course, as I said, co-chair of the Italian American Heritage Society of Newton. Welcome, Nick Pasquarosa.
Thank you, and how are you?
I am wonderful.
I can see that.
I am wonderful. Yeah, I got a lot of sun this summer.
I can see.
Yes. You look great too. You've been out boating.
A little bit,
A little
yes.
bit?
Yeah.
And what else?
Mostly stuff at the 440.
It's been a
I'm
busy
doing
summer.
some work with, believe it or not, Emily Norton and I are partnering up trying to get the Charles River to be more recreational usable. So that's an interesting combination.
Is it it has to do with the water levels or the
Pollution and water levels,
pollution still?
yes.
Really?
Well, what happens is it's called the overflow problem.
Okay.
And what happens is when we get a lot of rain, okay, when we get rain, it's not a problem. It comes into the river. When we get a lot of rain, they can't handle it the way they're constructed, and it mixes with the sewage. So sewage and runoff dumps into the Charles River, creating a pollution problem, and it's massive.
Really?
Yes, and we have I'm working with them right now, and we've signed 1 million petitions, and we want them to start to look at how they can divert the sewage separately down to the cleaning cycles.
Well, has it always been like that?
No.
It was a change in the structure?
The number of towns that dump into the Charles River are massive.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of outflows, and when it mixes up, it just comes down the river. Plus, it adds to the depth of the river because you're getting street debris
Yeah.
as well. So I've been commissioned to head up a committee to see if we can fix that.
Because it does affect your yacht club,
Affects the whole river.
whole river.
Community boating,
Yeah.
they get 1,000 people a day through there. And they're on the committee with us to try and get that resolved.
Has the state reps gotten involved at all?
Yes,
or-
Representative Steve Owens.
Yep.
John Lorne, for some reason, has not stepped up to the plate. I've been trying to reach him. But we have a gentleman from Brighton as a state rep also working in our interest. And we right now have legislation being proposed that will give funding for a study on the dredging problem.
Okay, because
The city,
that's-
the river hasn't been touched in 50 years. And we pay a hefty fee annually. And we expect, because we pay the fee, that there would be some accommodation to make it more usable for us.
But do they call what they do with that invasive weed dredging, or does that fall
Two
under
different
that?
things.
Two different things?
Two different things, yeah. The weeds are a problem,
Yeah.
okay, and you're not supposed to touch them.
Really?
Yeah. There's some term for it.
If you do, it makes them grow more, or you're just not supposed, they're protected?
Just not, the tree huggers,
It's considered protected?
yeah,
That's outrageous.
I know. And it really is affecting, when we go out, we got to clean the bottom of the boat because we
Yes.
have, but we're not here to talk about that.
We are not
Jenny.
here to talk about that, but it was very interesting. And just for a minute, how do people get involved in that?
Well, you can contact the Charles River Watershed Association.
Okay. Is that Emily Norton?
That is Emily Norton.
Okay, so Emily Norton.
And I'm working with them.
Yep.
And I have a whole committee representing, two yacht clubs and the community boating.
Yep.
And the area most affected is Sunset Bay, which is the ramp in the Newton Watertown line,
Okay.
next to the MDC field there.
Well, thank you for getting involved in that. That's very important.
Yeah, it's
Very
probably
important.
not going to
Thank
happen
you.
in my lifetime between permits, studies, and everything. But I told the group, I'm just going to keep plowing ahead.
Yeah.
When I die, you can pick it up. You can bury me in the shallows of the Charles River.
That's wonderful. That's a great choice. Okay then, but thank you for the work you do. So let's move on to the Post 440 and Italian Heritage Day, Italian Heritage Month, Columbus Day. We have a list, and we want to talk about Casino Night too. So
Yeah,
let's start with Casino Night.
Here's what I can tell you. Paul Pasquarosa done a fantastic job
Yeah.
raising money. Right now, people have to understand Post 440 is in trouble. It was built by my uncles and a few others in 1972, and it's old. It looks great on the inside, but we need a new roof. We need a new parking lot. Our heaters are old. Our air
Elevator.
conditioning is old.
Yeah.
So we put together a long-range planning committee and to develop some ideas, and I'll just give you two. The ALA, the American Legion Auxiliary, has done a number of wonderful things to raise money to give to the Post,
Yes.
to help to defray the Post. Casino Night is designed to raise a lot of money to do the same thing. The other thing we're doing is we have a Christmas Hanukkah gift card party
Right.
in December, and we ask people to bring a gift card. That's their admission. We pick up the cost of the food and the entertainment. But this year, because we have an abundance of cards,
Yeah.
we're going to charge a fee for people to get in, and that money will also go into the long-range planning fund,
Excellent.
okay, to help with the stability of the Post.
Okay. So let's start with the Casino Night. Behind the Mic will be entertaining for a while. Mike Callahan at Casino Night for about an hour or two.
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I think Watch City or no?
Yes, Watch City's going to play.
Cadillacs. And how will they
Steve
do
Lydon, Watch City, ladies and gentlemen, the most popular band around.
Yeah, he's great. And we
Yep.
just did our event. So where will they'll set the room up, both rooms, I assume.
Yes, we're going to use both rooms.
And so what stage? The one that we always use, that we make in the middle, or in relation to all the gambling, where would the stage be?
I don't know. That'll be determined the night we set up.
But there'll be enough seats available, and you'll be able to see. There'll be a dance floor. So all in all, it'll be a huge success, and it'll be fun. Watch City does a great job. If you can make this
Well,
event,
casino night is fun,
yeah.
you know.
Well, Sandy and Ora and I are working with selling chips or something. And by chips, I mean the little disc, not
Yes.
potato chips. So we're helping. We're going to put our aprons on and help do what we have to do. And then with Watch City and Behind the Mic, Mike Callahan, it'll be so much fun. It'll be a great event. And it's not formal, but it's just
It's a fun thing to do to raise money to help Post 440 sustain itself.
yeah.
It's one of the best buildings in Massachusetts as an American Legion.
Well, aside from that, we do great things there. And
Yeah.
you said it with the gift cards, and we have cookouts for veterans. We have the boat ride.
Yep.
There's a lot that we do out of the Post to support veterans, and now I think disabled veterans as well.
Yes.
So aside from the property has to be maintained, the Post has to be maintained. And you know, one of the things I love about that is you can walk in Saturday night or any event, and you will be welcome. Even if you haven't been in a few months, you're welcome back. It's a great place.
It is.
It's a great place.
The Saturday Night Live is a huge hit. Al Ciccanelli runs that.
Yeah.
And it's a way to expose people to the club. And we've gotten a lot of new people in
Yes.
to the three organizations, the Legionnaires, the Sons, and the Auxiliary,
Yeah.
through that.
Yep.
And we pick up the cost of that to expose our club to people.
Right. I see. Yeah.
And
But we have some great successes. I know the American Legion Auxiliary did Mike Callahan for the Valentines, and I think some of the donations did go to the Post. And then I think we did Johnny Cash.
oh,
That was
yes.
highly successful,
Yeah.
and that was fun. And then over the summer we did a quick beach party, and that was fun, and we were able to give some money. But like you say, we have to keep it up. We have to keep it running because we're helping the veterans through all this.
And we also serve the community.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
Christopher Columbus Day.
yes. You know, that's really important. I think people think, well, this is their battle. It isn't just our battle. This is our heritage. This is, yeah, people have faults with Christopher Columbus. They have faults with everybody, truthfully. But that holiday is here because of very historic tragedy, in actual fact. 11 Sicilian Americans were innocent, and there was a killing. They were proven innocent, but the people didn't like Italians, New Orleans, NOLA. And they hung them. They were all found guilty. They broke into the jail and hung them. And Italy was so outraged, they pulled their ambassador, and they were prepared to be at war, let's put it that way. But diplomacy ruled, and we ended up with Columbus Day. And that is important. Every single ethnic group needs to be able to be proud and celebrate.
Ginny, I agree with you 100%. Now, just recently, what I like about this country is we are a country of immigrants, either by descendants or whatever, legal immigrants. And it's great because we're a young country compared to the world that we get to celebrate religious holidays, ethnicity holidays. Just recently, we had the Mediterranean Parade in Boston. We celebrate Kwanzaa. We celebrate Jewish holidays, Catholic holidays. And why should Columbus Day be any different?
I agree.
You know, the guy was famous for 500 years. 500 years he was revealed as a hero for discovering the new country. And because of some college professors, who decided to change their knowledge of history, have put a tarnish on him. And of course, the left-wing woke in this country and city decided to go along with it. Now, they're wrong. You know what? Those professors from Harvard and Bentley, or Brandeis, I forget which, they weren't there 400 years ago.
That's right.
My understanding is what Columbus did was protect the indigenous people from the cannibals.
Yes.
That's been known for 400 years.
That is
and all of
true.
a sudden, these two buffoons, no wonder we can't get anywhere in this country. Well, they're buffoons. Don't go to college, people. Get a trade.
That's right. Well, the other part of this, of course, is when they bash Columbus, they fail to say exactly what you said. In the Caribs, I think there was cannibalism. People were afraid. They also had human sacrifice. When they lost or won, I guess they scalped people. They took prisoners. They took women hostage and made them slaves. It was what they did then. I mean, I'm not making excuses for it, but if you look at it like he was a bad man, well, it wasn't now. It wasn't now. They both played the same game with each other. I mean, they didn't have men getting, their eyebrows waxed or, pedicures and, all that kind of they weren't those type of men. They lived in a different time. And they seem to forget that piece of it and I'm not judging the indigenous people. It was a time long before us.
When the culture dictates a certain condition of what's going on.
Yeah.
All right? And there's always a paradigm shift. Sometimes look what technology has done.
Oh, yeah.
This whole social network is what's ruining the country because we've got so many nuts on there.
Yeah.
Okay? And look what happened with poor Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
All right? All he was fighting for was the freedom of speech.
Right.
Fighting for the freedom of speech. Not Democrat, not Republican. All right? He had some views, and he welcomed challenges.
Absolutely.
He welcomed challenges, and he was popular for that.
Yeah.
And people enjoyed his class and the way he presented himself.
Yeah.
Okay? But the country is becoming very hostile by people who don't agree with other people.
Yeah.
Okay? And even in Newton, you could call what Mayor Ruth Ann Fuller's doing to Italians is hostile.
Yeah.
I'm speaking of what she did just prior to the festa. Okay?
Yeah.
In the dark of midnight, dark of night,
yeah.
to do what she did, okay? And that was a deliberate attempt to demean, okay, the Italian heritage.
I'm so glad you brought that up because her reasoning for that, and this is part of what you're going to talk about a little bit later, but not too late. Part of her reasoning was it was a safety issue, and the state ruled that with that kind of setup where you had to be so many feet away, X amount of traffic, state ruled that you only can have yellow lines in the street. Well, she supported the state. What we're questioning with what was done is, it is a state holiday to be Columbus Day, and it is a federal holiday. So is our mayor picking and choosing what state and federal holidays she will respect? Or was it, in fact, a hostile act? I think that if she can break the law by abandoning the Italian people in Columbus Day, and by the way, something that could be equally as illegal, making it Indigenous People Day, then you go pick and choose your laws.
Couple of things. Indigenous Day, first of all, we're all indigenous people. People born in America are indigenous.
Indigenous.
Okay, so I'm offended as an indigenous person. All right, number one. Number two, they got 2 or 3 dates on the calendar for which they
Yes.
celebrate Indigenous Day,
Yeah.
August 4th. The fact that they eliminated Columbus Day and replaced it with Indigenous Day is a real insult to the Italian society.
You bet.
All right, and the city council ought to be ashamed of themselves. They ought to, and so shouldn't Ruth Ann Fuller.
Well, you know, that particular night, it was probably not back in 2020. It was said that night if they could make revise it and make a referendum to have Italian American Heritage Day and Indigenous People Day. Well, the Indigenous people condemned that and rejected it and said, absolutely not. They may not do it. They won't share the day. They want it gone. So it begs the question is, how many counselors were against it too? So they voted against it.
Yes,
The
they did.
counselors did.
Yes, they
No Italian Heritage Day. Well, that's not Columbus.
To my knowledge, they didn't even have a hearing. They didn't have a public hearing on it, to my knowledge. I would have known
They may
about
have
it.
made in committee, and it might have gone to committee, and then did the committee?
There were no speakers on it.
Yeah.
They didn't
I
ask the
think you're
public
right.
how they, yeah.
I think you're right.
So they just did what they wanted to do.
But yeah, so I don't want to run out of time. But then that birthed, to some degree, gave birth of what our organization now. We've expanded it to the Italian American Heritage Society of Newton, and we are working as co-chairs with Teresa Soro. And Terry and I started this probably 5 years ago, but we welcomed the Italian American Heritage Society to join us. So we have a huge organization now, and we are doing October 8th flag raising ceremony at City Hall. We do it every year. It will not change. We invite speakers. We've invited some speakers, and we're hoping everyone will be involved and happy we had it. Second thing is, so then our October Day is Columbus Day is the 13th. Talk about that.
Yes. We're going into our 4th year of a rolling parade.
Yep.
And we roll it because they can't stop us. There's nothing
all
illegal
right.
about it.
Right.
And it's really a fun time. We gather at 100 Walnut Street in the rear. We get pickup trucks and we fly both the American and Italian flags. We give out flags, and everybody's in a very good mood, very festive, celebrating their heritage. A lot of Italians. Just my family is a lot of Italians. But we parade through Newton and we go down Albemarle, which has been controversial. And the mayor has asked us to please don't go down Albemarle. And we said, that's where the people are, that's where we're going. And the large number of people that are there are probably paid from out of town, because I don't think the Newton people would behave the way those people, when we go by, we're very respectful.
Yeah.
We beep our horns, we wave our flags, all right, as we tour the city of Newton, Albemarle Playground being one. And unfortunately, I'm in the lead car with the sheriff, so I don't know what happens in the back of the parade, but I guess our group experienced insults and taunts and very degrading verbalizations from the crowd that's there. Now, the interesting thing is the mayor asked us to be courteous when we went down Albemarle Road, you know, but you ought to say that to the indigenous people, because they're not.
Right.
So it's, but we're going to continue with the parade as long as I'm around. You know, if they can shut us down, do whatever they want. But right now, they're in violation of state and federal law. They had no right to do that. They could have added Indigenous Day, but they cannot take away a state or federal holiday.
Yeah.
And shame on them and the mayor for not vetoing it. I told her that, but it's water under the dam.
Yeah. And it might be worth letting the viewers know, too, the Italian American Alliance has partnered, too, with the Native American Guardian Association, and they came to us because they felt their symbols, their traditions, the people that they are their heroes, they were taking them away from them under the wokeness of the country, that they didn't want to offend them. They were not offended. There's when they say redskin, there's a meaning to that. There's symbols that they have for teams. There's meanings for that. And the majority of Native Americans, and they want to be called Native American, not Indigenous people, but Native Americans. They're proud of their tribes. They're proud of what they did in war to some degree. They took land. So they are working with us because they said, Christopher Columbus didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So you want your symbols, you should have your symbols. Everyone should have, every culture should be welcome to have symbols. So we're working with them, NAGA, Native American Guardian Association, you can Google it, and they support us, we support them.
The Italian spirit, as far as I'm concerned, runs through Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Okay, for all he did. And it's not going to go away. It's just not going to go away. We're not going to let it.
Yeah.
Here we have a lot of very strong Italians in Newton.
Yeah.
Thank God for the lake.
Yeah.
And
Thank God for
Thompsonville-
Italians.
Thompsonville, West Newton.
Yep.
We got Italians all over the place.
And for the record, I just don't want to leave them out. The Asian American Heritage, that group, it's out of Boston. They are partnered with us too, and we're partnered with them. We usually do their Asian Day in Boston in September, but as you know, we had some serious losses, and we couldn't have enough people to go and hold their signs and walk hand in hand with them. So everyone understands it. Every culture understands it, but it's again very sad. So we've done Casino Night. We've done October 8th. We've done the parade, and I'm trying to think what else, Nick. We have Tall Ships in Boston. You're a member in your shirt, the Italian American Alliance.
Very proud to be a member of that. I've attended 2 meetings, okay?
Annual.
Since the annual meeting.
Yeah.
And if people, if you want to see an organization that gets things done, these people got the statue brought back that they took out of Boston. Okay, they didn't put it back in the same spot, but they got it back and they repaired it. These people are powerful, influential people. Jimmy DeStefano, and unfortunately Don Mamara is not with us anymore.
Yeah.
But I support the Italian American Alliance wholeheartedly.
Yeah. And what we did,
Who's the president, by the way, in the Massachusetts?
the national chapter president,
No.
or the national chapter president you're sitting next to.
Oh, I got to get your autograph.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. No, the original statue was in, I think it was Christopher Columbus Park.
Yes.
Right on the water, beautiful area. When it was vandalized, Mayor Marty Walsh said that he would have it repaired and restore it. he left for Washington. It got stored face down someplace, and we tried to find out. We found out, and that was a private memorial that was paid for by citizens. By luck, by prayer even, St. Leonard's Church wanted the statue in their garden, the garden part of it.
St. Leonard's, right.
And so we took them up on that, and it now is there in the Peace Garden there. But we would like Columbus Park to be restored with at least some kind of acknowledgement of Italian Americans. And if you go into the North End, another group that one of our vice presidents is very involved in is the North End Museum, and also getting back that park to some degree. So we're trying. There's a lot of heritage there. And like I say, North End is making a museum of Italians that came over. And, of course, the great journey, the Noble Journey, which is another amazing thing. Anthony St. Marco was involved in that. Tom DeMangela, I think the Consul General. They were involved in that. It is a beautiful thing that takes you into St. Leonard's. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a footprints in bronze, and it is meant to symbolize the men, women, children, and families that got off the boat in Boston and in New York and walked over to our country. And that's what it symbolizes. It's beautiful, and it's right at, again, St. Leonard's.
Speaking of the lake, I don't know if your viewers know this, but the St. Carmen Society is basically an Italian group, and their festa, their festa is designed to raise money to give kids scholarships.
Wow.
Little known fact, my grandfather, Grandpa Morocco, Pasquale Morocco, started the St. Carmen Society in 1935 when he came over from Italy.
Amazing.
He came to America because he was getting forced into what do you call it, maid marriage.
Oh, really?
Yes. He didn't want to do that, so all of his buddies chipped in and got him boat fare to come.
No way.
Came to Ellis Island, did all the right things, worked for the city for a million years.
That's a riot.
He started the St. Carmen Society, and now my brother Carl is the vice president.
That's right. Oh my gosh. A lot of women, beat it to New York City by boat. Same reason. That's funny. Now, where are your people from?
Oh, Sant'Angelo and I can never remember the other one. Fondi, I think.
Okay, we're from Naples and Palermo, Sicily.
Yeah.
So I hope you all have a pleasant night. Buonasera. Come and join in all these things. The show will be up on Virginia's Views and Vibes Facebook page and on YouTube. Join us again, and thank you so much, co-chair Pat Barbosa.
She's one of the sisters, believe me. Laura, I know you're listening.
Statistics show that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. And each day, over 1,000 dogs are euthanized in shelters across the country. Canines for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war.
Hannah and I, since we've been together, we have done so much. There's nothing I won't do now as long as Hannah's by my side. Without Hannah, I'd probably still be stuck in the living room with the curtains drawn, with my back to the wall, with probably a gun on my lap. Anybody who watches this, what they can take away is that there's help out there.
The majority of service dogs from canines are rescues, and with each pairing, 2 lives are changed forever. We rescue the dog rescues the warrior. To learn more about how Canines for Warriors is saving lives at both ends of the leash, please visit caninesforwarriors.org.